Yay!
Hello! Welcome, friends. I hope everybody is enjoying their day. For those who don't know me, my name is Lisa Harris. I am an author, a storyteller, a narrative coach, and the CEO and founder of Lisa Harris and Company. And Lisa Harris and Company is a personal development and growth company that connects guys and transforms women's lives through storytelling. Oh, it's a mouthful, but that is what I do. I'm all about stories and I'm all about women. So I wanted to jump online because there's a lot happening in 2021 and we are jump starting our Unveiled Beauty Holding Hands online event series with this first event, which is being co-hosted by 4 incredible women. And so I want to introduce my network to these women and hear a little bit about them. So for those who are a little bit newer to the platform and the business, like I said, we're deeply rooted in storytelling. And as a narrative coach, I help women to kind of unveil those stories and within that reclaim their personal power. These events are online and they started back in 2020. And our online events are really a space for women to connect, comfort, and share their lived experiences. So we're not storytelling per se, but we are sharing our lived experiences and we come at it as humans, right, Nicole? We're humans living our human experience. And so that's what you'll see in this event series is real women sharing their real experiences and all of us learning and growing together. So with all of that said, our first event is April 15th from 7 to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, and it's co-hosted by 4 women. And our first co-host I would like to introduce you to is Miss Nicole Devereaux.
Hi.
So I'm going to just throw it off to you and you tell our audience all about you, and we'll just chat for a minute so they can get to know you.
Okay, great. Hi, everyone. If you're watching this and you're part of Lisa's network, then I already know some awesome things about you because Lisa brings together powerful, amazing women. And so I'm really honored to even be included and associated in this network. My name is Nicole Devereaux. I have been married for 21 years this September, and we are raising 2 amazing daughters. And I'm totally not biased about that, who are 8 and 12. My husband and I recently left Brooklyn, New York, after 15 years of being in ministry and starting a couple churches, one in Minneapolis and one in Brooklyn. And we're kind of finding our way into what's next. It's this big unknown. I was just sharing with Lisa that what's next in the immediate is our family's about to hop in an RV and live on the road for a while, as many people have been doing actually through the pandemic. For us, it was a little more forced because of some other situations. But we're looking forward to it. And maybe next time you hear from me, I'll be on the road. And for those of you who know me and didn't know my family was thinking about that, welcome to our new phase of life.
Facebook confessions, right?
Yeah, we haven't really shared that yet with. So all of you are hearing it first here.
I love it.
Yeah.
A sense of adventure. Yeah. That's one of the elements of many, many elements in love and relationships. Am I correct or not?
Yes, absolutely. Well, we didn't even, I want to make sure we say that for people. Our first event next Thursday, the 15th, is called I Do, Marriage, Divorce, Happily Ever After, right? So yeah, all 4 of us co-hosts all have kind of different perspectives and takes on the marriage story. And I can just tell you right now, mine is not a happily ever after, even though I'm still married. So you'll be hearing a kind of a little take on that part of marriage with me.
Yes, and I love that. And that's one of the things too that was important to me as I was bringing women together for our series of events. This first one is a conversation so many women have talked to me about privately. And I really wanted to create a space for women to hear and have the opportunity to share if they feel so inclined at the end of the event. But the women who are co-hosting are all all different kinds of women with different kind of marriage, divorce, and, relationship experiences. And I think that's important because there's so many different ways that we fall in and out of love, and struggles and challenges we deal with. So I'm super excited to have a variety of women who are brave enough to share pieces of themselves in the effort to help other women kind of navigate love and marriage and even divorce, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I want to personally say thank you. I know it's not going to be a big, huge public, but it is a space where, here at Lisa Harrison Company, we like to create spaces that are safe for women, and we don't video in those spaces, and we just have open and honest conversations. And through that, I think we do build a really strong foundation of trust with each other. And so, I really am grateful for women like you who are, strong enough and courageous enough to have those conversations. And I know that's some of the work that you really do enjoy doing. So maybe talk a little bit about that kind of work so others know kind of the other side of Nicole. And then we can talk a little bit about if there's anything else that you want to share about the event specifically.
Yeah, well, first, I just want to affirm everything you said and really say, I think that so much of it is about just wanting to help remind everyone that we're not alone. I think a lot of times people get married and your partner is your partner, and you don't realize that now that the two of you are a new unit, there can be loneliness in that, or wondering how your story looks compared to someone else's story, and do other people have these struggles, or is it just us? And something that was really huge for my husband and I is we've always just been really honest about the really crappy, terrible, hard parts of our marriage. Anybody who's ever known us has heard. Some people have, my husband and I have fought in front of our friends. People have really seen us go at it. And I honestly think that's been part of our story of staying together, is really letting people know, like, this is the honest truth about who we are, and we're not going to hide that. So anyway, I just wanted to say that with this platform too, that I feel like that's part of it, is just wanting people to be able to take a breath and say, oh, I'm not the only one, whatever. And hopefully with the four of us, each of our stories will connect with somebody, right? Because we are all different. So but personally, on a different note, I've been in ministry. I'm kind of always been obsessed with storytelling and communicating. I've been an actor, a performer, and really a communication coach, in the sense of understanding how do people build trust, and how do they work together. And a lot of that has come out of just my own dysfunction, right? I think we always give to the world what we most want to receive. So I think I've worked really hard on that, because it's something that I wish I had been given more from other people in my life. And I'm also just really on a pretty passionate journey of anti-racism. My Instagram account, if anybody follows me there, is really about exploring race and promoting peace and justice and having courageous conversations. So any chance I get to talk honestly about things that really matter to people, I'm here for it. So thank you, Lisa, for asking me.
Oh, thank you. I'm so excited we get to, my eyes are watering. I'm so excited we get to partner and play together in this way. So this is really exciting for me. As we kind of chat here a little bit, I wanted to hear a little bit more from you about Unveiled Beauty in general. Why women should come to this event. We're busy. We have a lot going on. There's a lot of events they can choose from.
I know it.
It's, even I am overwhelmed, right? So why this specific event? And, maybe why Unveiled Beauty? Why Lisa Harrison Company?
Sure. Well, I actually want to put a little plug for this event to women who are not married, but who might be thinking about marriage either now or in the future. Maybe it feels far off. Something about me people might not know. I gave birth to both my kids at home. I did home births, which is a really big decision, right?
Yes.
Kind of like getting married, big decision.
Yes.
And honestly, I think one of the reasons that I was empowered to do that and felt so secure in that choice was that I started researching home birth years before I got pregnant. So I wasn't emotionally connected to the decision at the time that I was learning about it. I got to attend a home birth. I watched documentaries. I read books. My husband and I were talking about it. And so by the time we were pregnant, it wasn't this new thing that all of a sudden we had to figure out, like, what do we think? What are our options? You know what I mean? And there's emotion involved there. So I actually want to put a plug to women who aren't married. I think that this event will be eye-opening and informative, especially because we have the range of, divorce, marriage, remarriage, parenting, all these different angles on marriage.
Yep.
And I think that it's always great to learn about something before you have to experience it. Not necessarily because it saves us, the hardship, because we all learn through our own experience.
Right, right.
But I think sometimes when we do go through something, it's really helpful to be able to look back and say, oh, I remember somebody said.
Once upon a time in this random event.
Right.
Yeah. No, I really appreciate you saying that because, my husband and I were having a conversation and not too long ago. This is a great space, for women who might be engaged or in serious relationships. Like you said, maybe not in a relationship at all right now, just learning from other women, right? One of the things that worked really well for us, and we're Catholic, and so, this is just our faith, but one of the things before getting married, you have to go through premarital counseling or retreats, and some people really kind of hum and haw about it. We actually really, truly connected and enjoyed it. And so, the more you can learn about anything before you take that big step, whether it's marriage or college or, like you said, having children and how your birthing process is going to go for you. I do think it's really valuable to hear and then kind of go with your own self with what's best for you. So thank you for bringing that up, because this space is for all women.
Right.
You don't have to be married or divorced or any of the things that are in the title. We're talking about relationships and we're talking about love. So thank you for sharing that.
And I love too that you, as a narrative coach, Lisa, you're providing space. It's not just going to be this night where you listen to people talk and talk and talk. I know for me that's very draining to just hear other people, but you have carved out space for reflection, for journaling. I don't want to take your thunder because I don't know exactly how you're going to lead it, but I do know that part of the event, right, is for each woman who shows up to connect the pieces for her own story. And I think it's, the great thing about storytelling is that we get to interpret the stories how we want. So I might say something that maybe has nothing to even to do with the topic next week, and somebody's going to hear that and that's going to connect something in their own story, right? And so I love that you are making space to kind of take a breath, to pause, to reflect, even as we all come together. So for me, it's not just an event to show up and talk or to listen. It's also a place to show up and reflect for myself. And I think that especially when we're busy and overwhelmed, we need places to reflect. So I'm really thankful that you incorporate that piece into the event.
Well, thank you for mentioning that. I kind of forgot about that piece, but yes, for those who haven't had a chance to kind of read the material or haven't been following us, as a narrative coach, I am taking time at the end of the event to allow women to write a little bit, to kind of connect the dots for themselves and figure out, what is their love story and what parts of their love story do they need to let go of and what parts do they need to enrich in more. And that's a lot of what I do as a narrative coach is really helping women to, I always say, find the sparkling moments and the angels in our lives. And they're there. And sometimes we have to go searching for them. And sometimes they show up unexpectedly. So moments like this, when we're talking to other women who have gone through so much, to be able to take a time at the end of the event and write and reflect a little bit, I think will be really helpful for women to just connect it in their own lives, right? So I am so super excited. I'm not going to lie. I'm super excited. So for anyone out there listening, we really do invite you to join us next Thursday, April 15th from 7 to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. And it's a virtual event. So you're all welcome from all over the world in your RV or, in your home or in your apartment or whatever you call your space. We invite you to join us. And again, it's an intimate and really important conversation. And we really hope that you will be there with us. So thank you again, Nicole. I can't wait. And to all of our friends out there, you can connect with Nicole if you've been following me on Facebook. She's out there on social media. Is there any other last thing you want to add to our lovely interview?
No, I think this was great. I'm looking forward to meeting anybody who shows up next week and hearing a bit of your story if you're willing to share, and really just encouraging each other. I think in life, wherever we are in the journey, it's great for women to come together and say, I see you, I'm with you, we can keep going. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yay. I'm so excited. Well, thank you everyone for listening in on our little chat. And you'll be introduced to a couple of our other co-hosts later in the week. So we hope you see us there. Have a great day.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Nicole.
Ladies, friends.